YouTube, hello Twitch. It is some more Hearthstone and some more, decks post-patch. One of the decks that should have got hit pretty hard, I think it's kind of an unfortunate consequence of the patch, was Sif Mage. And Mage itself wasn't doing particularly well. It was like hovering around one of the bottom classes in the expansion. Their Minions Mage deck doesn't seem to be working particularly well, although we've actually checked that out in the past and did pretty well with it, so maybe I'll come back and revisit that in the future. But one of the decks which was threatening to do pretty well was Sif Mage, and Sif Mage, or Rainbow Mage, was a pretty strong deck. Was it 2 expansions ago? Even though previous expansions, it's always been there in the background. And somewhat weirdly, one of the cards that really made this deck pop was Miracle Salesman, which generated you a 0 mana spell, which did damage, but it was 0 damage. But obviously with Sif, if you got it to spell damage 7, this was a 0 mana deal 7 damage spell, which is really strong. Unfortunately, this card, as it shows on the right, was recently modified. Snake Oil now costs 1 mana, and this is actually a huge thing for Sif, because normally you would want to play Sif, you'd play, your 2 Snake Oils, and then you'd have 4 mana worth of spells to throw at your opponent. That's normally Flame Geysers, and then maybe like a Molten Rune, or something like that. Molten Rune, times 2, is 10 damage at full Sif, right? And by times 2, I mean with the Forge effect, not actually 2 copies of them. That means it's 20 in total. I explained that so poorly. It does 10 damage. If you forge it to duplicate, it does 20 damage. This means, though, that if you spend the extra 1 mana on the Snake Oil, you only do 27 damage. If you use the Flame Geyser, you do 29 damage. It's no longer this 30 damage, or 30 plus damage combo. So we have to get a little bit more sneaky with it. My new game plan is to use this card, which has basically seen no play so far from what I've seen, Watercolor Artist. Watercolor Artist allows you to draw a Frost spell. At the start of your turns, its cost gets reduced by 1. Importantly, doesn't say to a minimum of 1 like some of the other cards do, so you can get down a Frost spell to a 0 cost card. The Frost spell of choice is Frostbolt. So this will basically replace the Miracle Salesman with Frostbolts. Now, there are some other little tweaks to the deck, or like what I would say is like a more conventional list of this deck. I am running 2 copies of Heatwave. Any chip damage is welcome. Also, we would have a real issue dealing with Hunters. This Heatwave card, very good against Token Hunters. If you draw it on the Quick Draw effect, it could potentially be the difference between winning and losing. I'm also running Sweetened Snow Flurry, because obviously I want to play as many different class spells as possible, school of spells as possible, but I don't want to dilute my pool of Frost spells for anything other than Frostbolt, because I want it to be a 0 mana Frost spell. Also, I want it to get to 0 very cheaply, because I could also use Frost Lich Cross Stitch, but that's going to take longer to go down to 0 than a Frostbolt will do. So to do that, I've got Sweetened Snow Flurry in the deck. It generates 2 random temporary Frost spells, and they can be my Frost requirement, right? Also, again, chip damage is nice. I've also got the usual typical rainbow cards. We have Void Scripture in there as a shadow spell. I am running Reverberations as 2 copies as well. Again, just so that I could fight for the board a little bit. Also really good at copying Titans, if there are any Titans in play. Running Discovery of Magic so that I can, again, get to these 7 different school spells. Molten Rune I'm only running a 1 of right now, because I kind of figured that, and this may end up being wrong, I kind of wanted more AoE damage than just single target damage. If I play the Sif combo, I can only play 1 of the Molten Runes anyway. I'm probably more likely I'm just going to generate some more spells that are targeted, and the Molten Rune I can just use at some point for 6 damage, or even 3 damage if I need to. And then the other part of the deck, again, is just drawing through as quickly as possible. Now, I did at some point, and again, some people would run this, have volume up in the deck with the Wisdom of Norgannons. I've done a few test games of this, of like 3 or 4 games, and I found that volume up just was never played. Like, my hand would just get too full too quickly, so I decided to cut it, but we might want to do some tweaks here. As I said, we are going to try and figure out if Sif Mage, we can make it work, basically. The final card I'd say is a little bit odd is Sleet Skater. Again, the theory is that if I freeze an opponent's minion, it gives me an extra turn of play to get my combo up. Also, it gives me a little bit of extra armor, which is nice. But again, I could definitely see me cutting this card in favor of volume up to draw faster. Anyway, without further ado, let's see how we do. And again, this is probably going to be one of the games where I might not just play 7 games of this without modifying the deck. I might come back and modify the deck a little bit, because there are some cards I'm a bit on the fence over. Also, I will say I've played, like, I think 3 games. This is just a practice to see if the deck was actually, you know, good enough to win games. And I drew Infinitized Magnitude in every single one of them by turn 2. And that's kind of like your infinite value engine. The clue is in the name.
I'll show you Titanforged fury.
Let us celebrate.
Also, we do not want Frostbolts in hand, so I will send a Frostbolt back. I will send an Elemental Inspiration back. We're really looking for Cosmic Keyboard and Infinitize from the opening. Okay, sure. In this matchup, Heatwave isn't that important to Quick Draw. It's almost certainly Highlander or Control. And this is one of the matchups that's potentially a little bit spooky for us, only because even with this combo, if I get both the Frostbolts discounted, which I might not do, by the way, if I only hit one of them, then my limit is still 39, I think, is the most I can do. Alright, that's a little bit tragic. If I get both Frostbolts discounted, I can do 49 instead. This deck potentially can get over that. I'm actually very happy that hit that and not the watercolor artist. We might have actually been in deep doo-doo. Pretty bad play for my opponent as well, but we'll ignore that. I hate opponents that just dirty rat on the first turn. I guess they could have said, like, you know, this is Mage. Mage doesn't normally have any big stuff, right? What if I had a Titan though? What if I was running Norganen? Then you'd be unhappy, right? Okay, do I want to kill this dirty rat? I could kill and start gaining a little bit of armor. Okay, let's do it. The other scary thing again by running one copy of this is that now I don't have this for Sif, but hopefully I'll just generate something else instead. That isn't going to be good enough. So we'll throw that away at some point. Heatwave can also be used potentially on the quick draw to do the Sif combo, but again, not very likely to happen, right? This is Highlander, by the way. The control deck doesn't run Steam Guardian. Okay. It's nice that this is a shadow spell. I think, though... I mean, I could throw away this Frostbolt as well at this point. I don't super need it anymore. But I think I'm just going to get rid of this. I know I don't get the lifesteal from it, but... whatever. Holy and Fell. Give me a Fell spell. I didn't even look at the Hunter spell. What was the Hunter spell I got offered? Whatever. It had spell damage on it, so I should have looked at it for more than a microsecond. Oh well. A Fell requirement is still pretty nice to grab. GPU. This is a little bit spicy. Go on, I'll do it. I need to cast a Frost spell at some point. I've still not done my Frost spell. That deck doesn't play too many minions. And again, I just want to keep their health as low as I can. Alright, back to the 34th for my opponent. So that will draw me nothing now. This watercolor artist is sort of dead. I just need to throw it out at some point when I have time. And that might be this turn, actually. It is going to be this turn, astonishingly. Alright, so we're looking for Holy Nature. I've not done Arcane yet, right? But this will do my Arcane for me. And they're on 40, so I do need to chip them down a little bit. Three, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. That's my Arcane spell done. I nearly misplayed. I think I'm just going to play this for 5 things, see if I get a rush on any of them. I could also Heatwave this. Cosmic Heatwave.
To ponder.
Attack. I'm just toying with whether or not I want to do Reverberations as well this turn. I'm just going to ping him. Reverberations would have given me another 2-2 and a 3-3, but it would have really been a 2-1. It would have converted my 2-2 into a 2-1, gave me a 2-1 and a 3-3. But I don't really know what I want to reverberate from that deck. Alright, they got the Viper back again. Very lucky. Alright, give me a rush, please. Let me play that first. Give me a rush, please. None of them are rush. 3 Wind Furies. Thank you, Hearthstone. Much appreciated there, buddy. Still, my opponent has to deal with this. Fine. Okay. They used a lot of stuff there. They still have the giant weapon incoming, which is a little bit frightening for me. I think I want to save Sleet Skater for that now. Well. Harmonic me, baby. Holy moly, that's incredible. That's incredible. Brings it back down to 28. So again, they're in combo range. I do need another damaging card, though. I am aware of that. I blew one of them. But Flame Geyser still in the deck. And Snow Flurry... Well, actually, Snow Flurry won't do me that much good. I'm going to have to find another one. Okay, that is the ultimate in life-stealing weapons. More reverberations. Fantastic. Just what I wanted to see. That's probably game. Not doing anything on this turn.
Thousand needles! Are you ready to rock?
Well, I need to make this work, because I need to generate cards. So... you know what? I probably don't ever need Inquisitive Creation. And if I do, then... no, I don't need this. Not super helpful again. I'm just going to throw that out there. I guess I'll take Arcane Intellect. Alright.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Well, we are playing that. It's 100% we're playing it. No rush, of course. Why would I get rush in this economy? And basically I need to cast this every turn. I need damage. I will take more elemental inspirations. Also, elemental inspirations are self-fulfilling prophecy. All I have to do is play that, push the button, and play that. Alright, so let's play your minion. Fine. You are on 59 health, which is a little bit spooky, considering the most I can do now is like 30, I think. Might actually be less, without discovering a card. Also, was that your full excavation? I think it was. That was your 4th tier. Okay, well, we still have Inquisitive for it. We might have to clear a decent chunk with that. And we have Reverberate. Ah. I'm going to say no. Because I think this is way more pressure. What's the spell skill I'm missing? It's nature, right? Yeah. Oh my god, the double brawl actually matters here. It's going to kill the reborn guy. That's incredible. Oh, he isn't double. Never mind. Alright. You really scared of that 70 health? Okay, so one of the cards in the hand is Ziliax, right? Because isn't that why you run this card? Because of Ziliax? Well, send it. That ended up being order, but I'll forgive myself. Also,
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
I really can't count on that card. I need to learn to count. I always forget the mini comes back to my hand, so I need an additional board space. Or hand space, sorry. Just burn through some cards for a little bit. Don't worry about this. Definitely not wasting my time here. We didn't do an infinitize, but we still generate some decent cards.
Everybody, pose for the camera!
Okay, so they have a treasure? Which is the Ox, we knew that. Ooh. Oh, Rag, don't hit me in the face, please. I think that was a misplay, but I guess if they were willing to hit it with the face, it's not. I think it should have hit the 3 and then 50-50'd it, but... Alright, well, this is going to be Reverb Cosmic Inquisitive, and just hope this doesn't pull anything out. Nothing in the deck. I thought as much. And Sif is on the bottom of my deck. Very cool. Still, Rags put him down to 50, and they are running out of stuff. They top deck Trails. Pain. I mean, they might as well play it again.
Vanguard, assemble.
Well, 3 mana 1/1 with Rush. Well done, warrior. Anyway, we're kind of all in at this point, I think. My only question is, do I do 1 into 3 and then risk it for biscuits? I have come to the conclusion that I will do it.
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
Not exactly what I was after, but... Horn of Winter, you say?
Find another snap.
I mean... Never lucky.
Not many cards left.
So much to learn.
I toyed with throwing Infinitize away then, but... I've decided not to. I mean, I'm playing against a top deck opponent here. Surely, eventually, I win. Even if they find Bran at this point. The only thing they can do to me is Boom Boss. Oh my god, Boom Boss is going to hit Sif. Don't do it.
Cards left. I am out of cards.
It was the bottom card, I can't believe it. And then it hits Sunset Volley and my generator. So, that's pretty bad news, Bears. Alright, we're all in. Don't let him attack.
Unravel. Unravel.
Alright, let's see what your AoE is. What did you pull out of your ETC? You've still not used it. How many turns do I need to kill them? 45. 3, 4, 7, 8. So I need 6 turns. And they've top decked Yogg. Alright, well played.
You honor your ancestors.
I can't be bothered waiting through this now. Oh, okay. Let me make a small change to this. I do need the 2 Moltens, I think. And the card I will take out is the Surfer. There's just not enough big minions in Hearthstone, even after the patch, which... Maybe it did make it a bit more minion-focused. But yeah. At no point in that matchup did I ever think, ooh, that's a big guy, I need to stop it and get armor. I definitely had points where I was like, I need to just hit my opponent in the face. To be fair as well, and this is probably why Sif Mage and Mage in general is not doing very well, I feel like the 2 warrior decks, basically nightmare matchups.
I must protect the Fire Lord.
Let us celebrate a new beginning.
Do I want a molten rune in my hand? Possibly. I'm potentially holding a lot of 3s here. We'll forge molten on 2, I guess. Alright, welcome back, Reverberations. You're forging. That's alarming. Why would they forge? Ah. Oh, they've got a drum circle in the deck, right? It's Circle Druid. Oh, I say Circle Druid, it's Dragon Druid, but they're probably running a little circly friend in there. By the way, there is reasons to play this on 3, and I'm actually going to do that. You can potentially get refreshed 2 mana crystals as one of the frost spells. I didn't, but I could have done. I don't think the coin is worth there. Also, we can now play the Sweetened Snow Flurry on a future turn for another spell. Wow. Thick Hide Kodo was not a card I had on my list of cards I expected to see today. Hello, though.
Sickly sweet.
Why are you running that in your deck? I mean, I guess, you know, you've put 28 cards in the deck or something, that's the 30th. Or it's a Highlander deck. My mana? I like my mana. I don't super want to molten this. I could reverberate and ping it. I think that is going to be the game plan. We'll burn the coin. What are we on this already? 2. Fire Shadow. Alright. Oh. Cool. Cool ramp druid. A frost that I can cast, please.
Another snap.
2 I can cast? So generous. Alright, so Elemental does me 3 now. Is this some sort of combo deck I'm not aware of? There's some odd stuff happening. I'd also like to point out, if this is a Highlander deck, they've drawn probably all of their mana ramp. Because there's not much more in Druid you can have. I mean, it doesn't matter, they're at 10 now, but all I'm saying is I got unlucky, okay? I mean, if I have a Sif Heatwave, I probably lose the game, right? And currently I don't need both Flame Geysers, is the other thing.
Perplexing.
Because I only ever have 10 mana, so I can only do Molten Rune into another spell.
How perplexing.
I get the sneaking suspicion that the Druid's running a Titan, which is why I don't want to lose my last Reverberation for just, like, you know, nothing. Also, the Molten would have been a bit extreme there, and the Heatwave, you never know. Huh. Well, that's a good Reverberate target. What in God's green earth? Well, it's gone now. What in God's green earth is this deck, by the way? Why am I getting Tendril Druided? And why is it doing well? Can't do chaos because I'll just lose. I could do a little explosive, but it's just going to hit a 1-1. Goodbye, molten. I'll find the next one. Did get a nature spell. Okay. I didn't realize as well I got counterspell and ice trap up. Just overkill on destroying spells. Me, please? Come on.
You're barking up the wrong tree!
Huh. This could go wrong, by the way. It could also, you know, be fantastic for my opponent. Where's my AoE gone? Please and thank you. How has this happened? Well, I think I just have to eat the Greybow for a little while. At some point, I can reverberate it. Interesting. I could give my Cosmic Keyboard attack. Is that a good idea? Probably not. That's a pretty good idea, though. Okay. That'll do. What is going on here? They just generate rag. Oh my god. Generate another board as well, because why not? I'm getting giga trolled right now by the game. I mean, what can I do now? I can copy Rag, who would take one out, but that's not good enough for me. Copy Rag, ping the fake Rag. This is basically a game-losing play, but I have no choice. Where's Wind Fury? Three, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5. Like, I don't know. I've just been Yu-Gi-Oh'd. Apparently I was playing that game against the heart of the cards. Sure, why not? Alright, what can you do? Didn't expect to need AoE against a giant druid deck. Turned out I needed it twice. My bad. I will note for the future that maybe druid will get Yogg tendrils into Badlands survivors.
Celeste!
Alright, a hunter, perfect. Now we'll draw a heat wave. We're gonna top deck one and win the game.
A new beginning.
Right? Okay, I don't need both Flame Geysers in my deck, in theory. Okay. Hello, both Flame Geysers. One of you I probably do need, though. Heat Wave. Not Heat Wave. Heat Wave, again, please. Wow, they attacked me. What a crazy choice. Oh. That's novel. Game. I know I'm asking for the 2 in 23 right now, so like a 1 in... Well, at the time it was a 1 in 12. But there are also better cards than Sif. Just throwing it out there. So I should probably ping one of these things again. Do I want to give them cards right now? Not really. Do I want to reverberate one of them? And I'm being serious here. I think no. I think I just temp out one of these guys. I assume this is Saddle Up Hunter to some degree, so I just need to keep clearing the board as many times as I can. This could be a Saddle Up. 4 guys would be pretty annoying. I think if they saddle up one of these 1/1s, I will actually reverberate it. Just for value. They have the coin. They always have saddle up, I swear. Okay, they're trading them. You are testing my patience a little bit, game. I mean, as I said, I think I just have to reverberate one of these for value. It gets my wisdoms down as well. I'll generate some more in the future, don't worry about it. Then do I want to trade? I guess trading a 3/1 wouldn't be the worst thing, but I don't really want to do it with the 1/3. So I know I'm putting more attack on the board here, or I'm likely putting more attack on the board. Or I'm going to put a Gattle Snake on the board instead for laughs and giggles.
No one's going to believe this.
I'm going to run Control Priest next. It's actually not. I've got a rogue deck lined up for the next episode. Spoilers, YouTube. But I'm having enough of this shit. Well, that's probably game. Wisdom, I need you to draw me a Heat Wave. Which, if that's the case, I might as well play this because I only need the 2 mana.
Reality woven.
I did not find Heat Wave. I will keep drawing. Mainly for armor reasons. It was the next card. Of course it was. Of course it was. Why would it not be the next card? Alright, you are probably going to be gone. Should probably use you first to deal with this. That's got a dude in it. Thank you, Corridor Sleeper. Fantastic. Just what I wanted to see. Yeah.
Unravel.
On the plus side for Corridor Sleeper, really, is that at least they're playing a lot of tokens. Smile. Well, sayonara, I think. Actually, I'm just dead. Alright, turn 6. My opponent had a bad turn as well in all of that, and I'm hyper dead. Really good deck. Good deck. I think, honestly, giving the class the class with the identity of having particularly aggressive decks, very sticky minions, was a good choice. Smile. And then also removing all silence from the game. Oh, Priest. Perfect. I say perfect, it's almost certainly Dragon Priest. Whenever I see Priest, fuck you, Heatwave. I just assume it's Control. Fuck you, Heatwave. But it almost never is. What's funny, by the way, in case you're wondering for the testing of this deck, I went 3-0 in tests, and as soon as I turn the cameras on, I just lose every game. Ah. Okay, might not be Dragon Priest. Might be Highlander, in fact, because you would probably not run that in Control Priest. You'd only run that if you had no other choice. I doubt you'd run that in the Raza Priest deck either. It's pretty cheap, but... And actually, if you're running that in Highlander Priest, I don't particularly like it. I think you try and run as many, or few as, sorry, as few of Battlecry minions as possible in that deck. Otherwise, you're kind of griefing a little bit. Soul Freeze would get me my Frost requirement. It's not really what I was after, but to be fair, I kind of sent this a little bit too early. I mean, I kind of just took a little bit of a lark at it. I didn't want to go too slow, but that's kind of a pretty bad punish for me. I really need that to cast, you know, Nature, or Fel, or Holy. Also, my opponent's deck appears to be the most greedy deck of all time. I think it is Dragon Package. It may be a Highlander deck as well. Please don't tell me you're running Highlander Dragon Priest. And also, please don't tell me I might lose to it. Uh-oh. Well, I think that is what's happening right now. Okay. Let's stabilize. And by stabilize, I mean draw some more cards. I may also need to put the Arcane spell in this deck. That might be my next port of call, Star Power, just for catching back up on the board. Hello. Well, none of you are Heatwave, so I'm kind of boned. I built a deck that basically, even don't draw Heatwave at the perfect moment, I lose. I really need to kill this Whelp Wrangler, but I've kind of accepted now I'm screwed anyway, because I know they've got at least 2 more dragons in hand. I need AoE. Blizzard won't do it for me from that. 5 mana AoE.
Much to ponder.
Has to be Hellfire. Yeah. We can get back into this. It's fine. 3, 6, 9. That was a big get for me.
Molded in mine.
Wait, so Zarimi isn't the biggest dragon.
Is not found by
So they
size.
might not have Zarimi. Four from here.
Reality woven.
Counterspell's not that useful here. But Spot the Difference is bad if I play it, so I'll take Counterspell. And we will go with the option number 2. I will copy this. And I will ping it. They're probably going to want to hit the 1-3. There are 8 dragons. In fact, there's 10 dragons. The only thing I've got going for me is, like, they might not draw Zarimi for a while now.
Behold the glory of a new sun.
Hey, we got him. Holy shit, it's Heatwave. Send it. Do I want a keyboard first? What do I do with the rest of my mana? Well, I can't do that afterwards, sadly. So, yeah. I can't ping that minion either, now that I look at it. I'm gonna have to probably burn the flame. Yeah. I'm getting back into it. It's slow progress, but I'm slowly recovering. It is Highlander. They got Amanthul. Of course they did. They are running absolute hot trash in that deck, and they're going to beat me. Wait, what am I on spell damage right now? Did I have lethal? 5? No, I mean, I've only got 8 now. I guess that's 17. Huh. You didn't remove a guy, did you? I don't really want to kill this, but I'm going to have to kill it and put it in the Death Rattle pool. I think everything else is sort of irrelevant.
A world
charge. It's the only thing here that makes any sense. Right, one of you needs to hit that. I don't think I've got a way out now. I found a way out. I got so lucky. I may unironically have lethal now. Or at least a way too lethal. There's that.
Gaze into the horizon.
Are you?
You will see what is real.
What are these games so far? Generates the Paladin Highlander card. Okay, so what is my best bet here? If I draw molten rune, I win. I didn't. If Sweetened Snow Flurry generates me damage, I win. I think that's the path you go down. You suck. You absolutely suck. I hate you. I don't have it. But I do next turn. It was the next card as well.
Hide behind your servants. I will still fire.
Water. Sweet, beautiful water. Water. Sweet, beautiful water.
Actually, now that I look at it, I was nowhere near. I just realized my Sif isn't fully charged.
Can you feel the gift of the sun?
Okay, I think I'm just dead. That's my new conclusion. Unless twisting. It can't be twisting. Well, we'll see. I-beam ain't gonna do it. Does generate me another spell skill though for this. Rush. I did get a rush, but that doesn't matter. Can I not play against Yukimoto, please, in one of these games? I just want to throw that out there. Alright, 0 and 4, holy shit. Did not expect to do this bad. Let me make some changes. The Heatwave experiment isn't working. It's just too inconsistent. I'll drop the Heatwaves. I will add back in Star Power. I am a little concerned, though, that against Hunter, these Star Powers are just irrelevant. How many games go out to turn 5 versus Token Hunter? Maybe I should go one of each. Anything else not really performing? You know what? Reverberations isn't really performing. Let me cut a Reverberations, put a Heatwave in. And we'll have a little bit more of a mixture. I think this is basically as much as I can cut, because I can't really cut the watercolor artists because I need them for the Frostbolts. I could get rid of Sweet and Snow Flurry. It hasn't really performed particularly well, but I think it has some potential to do some nice things. Also, if I don't have this in the deck, I can't cast Frost unless I generate it. So, I think this is good enough. I've now got an answer to a big board. I was a little bit greedy before, although then again, I am playing the Inquisitive Creations as well. So I've actually got quite a lot of board clears. In theory, I've got 5 in the deck now. I just don't draw the board clears.
Celeste versus ETC!
Badlands, let me hear you scream! Wow, 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 wow!
Let us celebrate a new beginning.
Artificer doesn't seem like it's going to be that useful, but maybe I just throw it out on turn 1 anyway. You know what? I will. I'll just tempo it out. Well, if we get a 3-cost spell, we're kind of quids in. I guess that's the other issue, because I've now cut the arcane, not the arcane intellect, the volume up. Cosmic Keyboard into volume up was such like a powerful play. I don't have that anymore though. So I guess I've got into wisdom if I can.
Reality.
If I can play a spell before then. And I've got the Snow Flurry. This is Highlander, by the way. Highlander runs Town Crier. So I don't want this game to go on for too long, as I will get outvalued. In theory, though, I'm a control deck, right? So I should beat the control deck. Did I say I was a control deck? I'm a combo deck. 0-cost Frost Spell, please. Alright, 2 Ice Barriers. Close. I'm content with that play either way, because I'm probably going to play the Snow Flurry next turn, and just hope I draw a Frost Spell. That is less than... 3 or less, sorry. A hammer. Cool. Yep. 3 or less, please. Nearly not 3 or less. It's actually pretty good. Three mana, 6/6. Healed 3. Okay. 3 of its taunt as well. Or half of its taunt, I suppose. The perfect aftershock turn. But this is the problem with this deck that I'm playing against. Eventually they run out of board clears. I'm going to hold. I've only played Frost. I don't want to generate Arcane or Fire right now in Discovery of Magic. Also, I don't really want the 1/1. Oh, I didn't swing. Interesting. Okay, only 2 guys from that. That's probably not worth. There is a query to forge or not forge this fire one. I think with my hand, though, I'm kind of incentivized not to do it. I've got Sif, I've got a Frostbolt that's going to be 0 fairly soon. I just need to draw one of my other 1-cost damaging spells. And then play cards from other classes. That being said, if I don't use this, it's harder for me to generate cards from other classes. So, you know, what comes first, chicken or egg? I know that's not the way that the science worked there. It's more complicated than that. Generate a 3. It's pretty painful. Or just throw out a molten. Or just... You know what? I've thought of a different idea. I am going to send it. Then get the other keyboard on. I still have 7/7 of stats. It's almost like the second part of the molten rune. And look, I've got a Crash of Thunder now. Oh look, they've got Ignis. Please don't generate 5 lifesteal, 8 armor, please. Wow. Tempo. Tempo. Okay, now I've got all the AoE. Three, 6, 9. That's fine. Hit them in the face. So, Heatwave won't go face next turn with Sif, sadly. I literally just have Frostbolt in hand that goes face. Well, sorry, I have Crash of Thunder as well, but there's no way I get that off. Cool. Kills that guy as well, that's fine. So plus 4, so this is 7 plus 7. Quick maths, that's 14, not 28. Kind of all a little bit tragic. The lightning bolt though is pretty good with Sif, but I need to cast a nature spell. I guess I just throw out Flash then. Fuck! I should have done it first.
Mistakes are learning opportunities.
Alright, to get rid of that card, we've cast nature now. I now have lightning bolt, frostbolt, frostbolt, Sif. GG. Can they kill it? Surely they can kill it. Otherwise, why would you have done this? Why would you dirty rat for Sif if you can't kill Sif? Don't get a rush minion here. I can't kill them right now, I think. Maybe with that, though, I can. Actually, I also could have killed them.
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
Alright, just your typical Hearthstone player. That is one of the craziest plays I've ever seen into a combo deck. Pulling out my combo piece. And I'm not killing it. What's funny is, they made that play and they're like, oh yeah, we could get Sif here. They get Sif and they're like, shit, what do I do now? I didn't plan ahead for when I pulled the Sif out. It's like, buddy, that's the result you wanted. You wanted to hit my Sif. You had to kill it, but... Alright, 1 and 4. Come on, Mage deck, pull back to 3 and 4.
Celeste versus Serranoyo.
Paladin feels slightly alarming.
Beginning.
I'll keep one of the Snow Flurries. I don't think I want both. Well, Star Power might be useful in this matchup. Cosmic Keyboard, very good card.
One dose solves any problem.
There is a shout that that card should probably still be in this deck, even though the spell is schoolless and costs 1. But it's still a 1 mana 2/2, so it's pretty good. Alright, can I get the high roll, please?
A frozen treat as
0 mana
sweet
refresh
as
2.
me.
No. This is Token Paladin, isn't it? I've seen this deck list show up on HS top decks, but I didn't really pay attention to it. I assume it is swarm the board, give them tons of buffs, and then kill me. Basically, the Paladin special.
Find another snap.
Lifesteal, but I'm not going to have to play it for a few turns. I think we just have to live with that. Also, now that I know what the matchup is, we should be the control deck. Alright, I have an idea of what the matchup is. Let's be the control deck. Incredible time to draw. Not that. Honestly, this is fine as well. It does leave a bunch of stuff up still. Keep clearing the board. That's what my pappy tells me. He said, son, if you go against Paladin right now, you have to keep clearing the board. They're not as scary as they once was, but it's still a pretty good idea. And eventually they will run out of stuff. And then you will beat them, son. Four mana, draw 2 cards. Is that the game plan here? It is the game plan.
So much to learn.
Sickly sweet.
I'm content with this. I know they can make some reasonable trades here. But these two die anyway at the end of the turn, regardless of, you know, whatever happens. Oh, never mind. They're going to Crusader Aura me. All right, well, that's why we've held onto a star power. Or the Inquisitive, for that matter. See you later, nerds. Should have pinged that first. You're right, I'm dumb. Never mind, I'm a genius, because I want to ping this, of course. That makes way more sense. I'm a genius! It was the wrong play, by the way. Well, that feels slightly alarming. Again, this is why I've been keeping star powers. I was concerned this might happen. Perfect. Legitimately perfect. We will give... Oh my god, I've only played 2 spell schools, Arcane and Frost. I've not done Fire yet. I guess I've been holding on to Molten Rune. Actually, in which case, I'm just going to ping you, I think. No, I shouldn't just ping you. Maybe I should just ping you, though. No, I don't ping you. I have Sif. I don't need the full combo here. Like, I really don't need the full combo. Sif plus Molten Rune right now is lethal. Plus a damage.
One more coat of paint.
Actually, Sif plus Molten Rune... No, I don't have the mana for Flame.
The light dims, but we fight.
Anyway, this is lethal. I like that Paladin's found a way to play as a hunter as well. Really cool.
True mages master all magic.
Oh, I didn't know that was the order of that either. It was lethal. So as you cast the fire spell, it gets the spell damage immediately. Huh. Okay. That I should really be aware of. I'm actually surprised I don't know that. I did play this deck a decent amount when it was all the range. But I guess I just never had an issue of casting fire spells. Okay, Hunter. We've made ourselves a little bit less capable of dealing with the early game.
Let us celebrate a new beginning.
I'm actually going to hold this hand. Maybe we don't worry about the combo into Hunter. Like, we'll just burst Void Scripture immediately. With the Cosmic Keyboard, that'll give me a 2-2 on turn 3 at the very least. Perhaps eventually I outvalue them. Ooh, that's a good get as well.
Woven.
Alright, some sneaky snakes. I was going to say, Heatwave this turn would go kind of crazy.
My blood boils for war.
Frostbolt that. Sticking to my guns. Also, that's the Frostbolt I can't discount, so we don't have that much use for it. Good to know. Void Scripture or Wisdom? Wisdom gives me a 4/4 on board. And delays the Scripture, which is better later. I am playing 4 mana for draw 2 cards, though. I guess I get a 4/4 on top. And I just don't attack. Yeah. It also got the Inquisitive Creation up to 3, which is pretty nice. And my opponent is somewhat incentivized to hit the 1/3. It's almost like it's got taunt. Because it's going to just gain me so much armor over the course of a game. You can't leave it up. I mean, I guess they could, but I wouldn't leave it up at the very least. Okay, they are clearing it. I was going to say, this Hunter, though, don't give a damn. He does give damn. Alright. I think we star power this. Oh, not the worst outcome, but it was a pretty bad outcome. We'll trade here. I'll keep the 2-2 on board. Right, that is the first full board clear I need to do. So Snow Flurry could generate me 4 mana 2 to all, which is a frost spell. Oh wow. Blizzard is very interesting. I will take it. Obviously, I don't get the copy of it now, but that's fine. Again, I'm just going to be the control deck. Play with minions when I can do. If I can't, I'll use spells. And I will make bad trades. The only thing that deck has for value sometimes is heart.
My blood boils for war.
Magic and magma go hand in hand.
Only issue with Blizzard is that it doesn't really do the full shebang, right? So I think I'll throw an Inquisitive on here. Ping this. I just don't want them to have, like, Saddle Up in play. Also, by the way, they're only 11 health now, so Hunter is in a sad spot. I'm currently displaying Lethal. Alright. We went 0 and 4, and as soon as we put Star Power in the deck, we went 3 and 4. I guess I went too greedy with the lack of AoE. And it turns out you can play Hunter long enough. If you just tempo out your guys, you can get to turn 5 so you can Star Power the board instead. I think this is roughly where Mage is right now. They've got an unfortunate situation where they don't do well into Warrior. Warrior is very good right now. All iterations of Warrior are very good right now. They're a little bit scuffed into Hunter. Heatwave is not consistent enough, and there is no guarantee that you get to 5. You probably do get to 5 most times, but no guarantee. And also, it's pretty hard for you to do with their refresh, right? If they make the minions sticky, you have big sad times, and then Mage also can't get too much health, right? They have armor options, but they're not very good into Token Hunter, for example. In fact, we removed the big restore armor card for this class now, Sleet Skater. We do have Arcane Artificer now, which arguably is a bit better, but Sleet Skater just wasn't cutting it. Anyway, for YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, comment, subscribe? Everything helps me out. I'll see you again next time. Maybe with a new iterated version of this deck. Goodbye.